Supergirl is a huge disappointment for DC, box offices, cinemas, and everybody involved. Now, the mainstream, lamestream, going extinct dinosaur media is learning all the wrong lessons and trying to convince you, no, nobody knew this was going to fail this way. There's just one problem. We've got receipts, and they're on the way right now. It's a great day, folks. Welcome back and happy Independence Day weekend. Get your fireworks ready, get your hot dogs, your hamburgers, your ice cream, and make sure you have a safe time. Folks, it was not safe for Supergirl, at least not with this kind of a script, at least not with this kind of lead, and definitely not under the thumb of one James Gunn. Today we'll tell you what went wrong and what the Access media is trying to use as an excuse. Click the like button and let's dive in. Supergirl is a super flop, there's no doubt about it, but folks, the Access media, the journos, the drive-bys, the going extinct dinosaur media, not learning the right lessons, I would say. Boy, we are in full-blown disaster. This makes the Marvels look good. Supergirl right now sitting at 72 million at the worldwide box office. The domestic is at 44. The international is now still not passing 30 million. This is crazy. And if we go down, it's amazing. They're slow now to report these on day 5, right? Where's July? Oh, wait, still don't have it. But you can see it did get a slight pop after dropping 41%, 27%, 63%. When we got to the Tuesday matinees, it did go up 52% from where it was, but that was really darn low. And that was 4 million. And that's probably going to be it. This is going to continue to drop down, and we're going to be down in the point where it's making $1 million, $1.5 million, less than $1 million. And that begins to indicate that this movie, folks, is probably not going to hit 100 million at the domestic box office. Probably not. Let me say it again. Probably not going to hit the 100 million at the domestic box office.
This is where we cue one of those accounts on Twitter that says, well, the movie cost 100 million to make, so everything from here is profit.
You got to love it. So 44 million is where we are. And look at this. This is a 2-to-1 domestic to international. When I brought up the fact that China had shut this down, they yanked it out of the theaters. Holy moly. So the chances of 200 million, I think, are gone worldwide. 100 million probably gone domestically. And now this is going to be down in some of the worst tragedies we've ever seen in terms of film. So how is this being handled by the drive-bys? Well, we've got this out of Inverse. Supergirl proves this one misguided comic book strategy has failed. So, folks, if you were trying to figure out what is it that destroyed Supergirl, was it Miss Alcock, Millie, whatever her name is? No. Was it James Gunn? No. It was apparently being too darn accurate to the source material. Say what? And it's not even accurate to the source material. Come down here with me. It says Tom King's arc, written throughout 2021 and into 2022, by the way. Superhero comics right now are as woke as they get, and they were back then as well. Follows Kara in the aftermath of her 21st birthday after a drunken bar fight leads to a chance encounter with Ruthie, an honor-bound young woman seeking vengeance against a space bandit, blah, 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 blah. To Supergirl's credit, talking about the movie now, it sticks to the story in the broad strokes. Krim massacres Ruthie's family. Supergirl comes to her aid as a result of a drunken bar fight. Crypto is poisoned, and the two of them embark on a journey to find their common enemy. And so what they've come away with for the reason Supergirl failed is that it stuck with the source material, and comic movies from here on out should not follow source material.
Wait. They're so close. They're so close. This is amazing.
This is the lesson to be learned, Jonas. This is the lesson they've come away with. More lessons. Tiffany Kelly out of Entertainment says Supergirl is a decent standalone movie. So why is everyone acting like it's awful? Despite what the reviews and backlash may lead you to believe, the second film in the DC universe is an enjoyable adventure. The lesson here that we're told from Entertainment is that, you can do standalone films. Standalone films are okay inside a comic book universe, but you need to stand by your standalone films. You don't need to let people pummel them. You need to take a stand and say, this is a standalone film, darn it. And that's why it failed, was DC didn't stand behind it, Nat. This is amazing.
It's funny because I think I'm the target audience and I have no interest in watching it or even really knowing much about it. Like all I've heard about it is just the negative backlash that I see online, but I've refused to go see it because I don't want to be DC wants to silence me. I don't want to be once again disappointed by a superhero movie that I used to like. I used to like superheroes, and it's been my interest in them has almost been completely destroyed. And I think a lot of people feel the same way.
Nat, you know, women all across the world didn't go see it, and then the Chinese audience didn't go see it. So you're exactly, I think, representative of what's happening here to this movie. The lessons that are being learned, though, are insane. The access media has no idea what to say about this. In fact, I would say, I believe that some of these journos know what did this. They just don't want to say it. So they're coming up with excuse after excuse. This one, though, I think is the creme de la creme of cringe. Beat staff over at the Beat Comics Culture. They wouldn't even put a name on this. It's just, who is it by? Well, it's by the staff. Supergirl raised the bar for Hollywood supporting comics.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, Greg Katzman. It's got to, boy, we got to get this congruent, guys. Greg Katzman writes this, says DC Studios' Supergirl has soared into movie theaters around the Daily Planet. Just like the release of any other major comic book movie, the initial conversation is primarily revolving around the box office results. No, I don't think this is like any other movie, Jonas. I don't think so.
Just like previous dinners, the conversation centers around whether or not people have had enough to eat.
That's right. It says, while director Craig Gillespie and writer Anna Niguiri's movie may not have soared to new heights at the box office, it did successfully set a new standard for how Hollywood and the respective comic book publisher DC supports and celebrates the source material. Now, this isn't to say other comic book movie studios, film creatives, and publishers haven't made efforts to spotlight the comics, but respectfully, Supergirl has seemingly soared above all previous efforts. In fact, it feels like DC has truly been a leader in this regard, even prior to Gunn taking the helm. So the lesson here is stick with the source material, go at it even harder. And if you lose the box office, who cares? Who cares? You did the right thing. You were virtuous, Supergirl. Way to go, James Gunn. You stood behind what is a total and utter disaster. Nat, Jonas, can we perhaps take a stab at telling the access media what really destroyed Supergirl? Because they're not getting it. So what is it that wiped out this franchise?
I'd say their own ideology. They don't want to listen to the things they've been hearing for the past 10 years. They just call it hate and that people don't like them and it's a personal attack, but it's not. It's the audience telling them exactly how to make money and them doing exactly the opposite. So if they don't want to listen, then they'll just continue to have the exact same results.
I'm with you there. I don't understand why they would do a Supergirl movie and then refuse to make it interesting to the kind of people that would be interested in a Supergirl movie. So believe it or not, I think that a lot of the appeal of Supergirl is actually the feminine appeal to male comic book readers. So you take a character that is supposed to be traditionally attractive and you say, well, what if she was a drunk who wouldn't be worthwhile in a relationship and has no friends? And who wouldn't love that? Who doesn't fantasize about getting with that, you know?
I'll tell you this. The reason the access media, I believe, is coming up with all of these lame excuses that nobody believes, they don't even believe this stuff, is because we told them the excuses before the movie came out. We explained it to them. We told them what was going to happen. We told them how it was going to happen. We told them why it was going to happen. And then it happened. And they told us, no. This is going to be, listen, this is an anthem film. Females, viewers are going to skyrocket for James Gunn. DC's doing just fine. And then the decline is here, and they can't say, well, according to Critical Drinker, according to Yellow Flash, according to Nerdrotic, according to WDW Pro, according to Valiant Renegade, they can't do that. They can't come out and say, these guys called it. They can't come out and say, they had it the whole time. They were right. Good on them. That's not allowed. And that's why they're saying out loud a bunch of absolute nonsense to try to save their derrieres. But the truth is, audiences don't even care anymore. They are literally writing to each other. Because audiences aren't reading this. You think audiences that didn't go see Supergirl are sitting at home now and be like, let's go find an article that explains why we didn't go see it. You know why you didn't go see it. And don't tell me you went and saw it. I had to go see it, and none of you were there. I had to go see it for a review. Let me tell you, it was a bad movie. It was a very bad movie with two other people in the theater. Woof. Woof. All right, folks, that's where we are right now. They're scrambling, trying to figure out what's going to be the narrative around Supergirl. The narrative is this. Supergirl was bad, DC is sad, and James Gunn likely is done. Parting is such sweet sorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It's only made sweet because there's more content on the way. We never stop. It drives the Holly Weirds mad, but we've got decades left in the can, and we keep going and going and going. Oh, wait. Are we showing our cards? That's right. We'll never stop going near and far and sending out the content you love. Folks, you can help us continue to do just that. Smash that like button, drop a comment down below, let us know your thoughts. And until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.